Hi, in this lecture we'll learn how to reverse a file in ODI 12C. For this, I have created a demo file named as department at our location C drive test. So let's first open this file and try to understand. In this file, first row is a header row which comprises of the department number, the department name and the location, and there are 4 test records mentioned in it. So these records are comma separated. As we can see, this is a delimited file and the records are comma separated over here. So let's try to reverse this file in our ODI 12C now. For this, we'll first go into our topology section over here in the file technology, and thereafter we'll go into the file generic data server. We'll right click this file generic data server and click on the new physical schema. Once this is open over here, in the directory schema part over here, we'll write the location where our file is present. That is, in our case, it is C drive test folder. And the same will copy it in our directory work schema over here. We'll save this. It will say that there is no context defined for this schema. For this, we'll have to create a logical schema for this. So let's get back again to our topology section in the logical architecture part. Here in the file section, we'll right click, create a new logical schema. Let's name it as my first test file. Okay, and now let's map the context for dev to the file generic C drive test. Let's save it and it's done. Now if we again go back to our physical architecture and open this file generic C drive test and go in the context part over here, we'll see that the logical schema is mapped. So this is done. The topologies part is done over here. Now we'll have to go back to our designer. Here we'll go into our model section over here, the models, and thereafter create a new model folder. Let's name it as my first test file. Save it. Before we start with the reverse, let's try to understand what is a model. A model stores metadata of the source and the target tables. A model can contain all tables from a database schema. ODI does not call tables as tables but as data stores. So let's get started first. I've created my first test file folder over here. In this, right click on it, create a new model, name it as test file reverse. Okay, in the technology section, choose it as file. In the logical schema, select it as my first test file. Let's leave action group and default folder as it is. Save it. And we can see over here in the standard part, it shows as context. We have already chosen as dev. You can choose global or production as per your requirement. Let's close it now. To reverse it, we'll now have to go in this my first test file reverse, right click over here, go on the new data store part, name it as department. One thing to note over here is that the data store type, it should be used as table. For file also we use it as table. There is nothing else that should be used. Now let's go on the files part over here. The file format, as we discussed, it was a delimited file, comma delimited, so we'll use delimited. The record separator. The record separator, basically we should understand that if the file is present on a Windows machine, it should be used as MS-DOS. If it is present on a Unix or machine, we should use it as Unix, and if it on any other system, we should use it as other. The field separator, in our case it was comma, but it can be a tab separated file or a space separated file. So for now we'll select it as other and we'll mention comma over here. Save it. Now let's move to the attribute section over here. We'll try to reverse engineer the file by clicking on the reverse engineer tab over here. It says the file could not be found. We'll have to go back to the definition part over here. We'll click on this magnifying lens on the right. Click on the department.txt file, select it, and again get back to our attribute section over here. Reverse engineer. It asks for, do you want to see which changes? Let's do it, yes. And it shows, but we see that the header names are not being displayed as it was being in the files. You can see over here, the header name was showing as department number, D name, and location. But in our ODI 12C, while reversing, it is not showing it. So the reason behind it is that in our file section on the heading, we have kept it at 0. If we change it to 1, save it, and again get back and reverse engineer this file, so it gets changed over here to the original naming convention, department number, department name, and location. So let's close it, get back to our designer tab. If you see over here, here is the file department.txt. If you see the attributes, we can see the department number, D name, and the location are available over here. We can also try to drag this file in a mapping and see my first file. Let's try to drag the file over here. So here we see the department file is over here, the department number, D name, and the location are present. So this is how we reverse a file in ODI. Hope you liked it.